Good day, dear students. I'm Amir Malik, and one more time, welcome to another online lecture. Our topic for today is paraphrasing. So this is very interesting topic and one of the most important questions as far as the papers are regarded. So I hope you would be enjoying these online lectures. So here is one more lecture on paraphrasing. First of all, as routine, I would love to discuss the lecture outline with you. Number one, what is paraphrasing? And in this point, I'll be talking about the concept and definition of paraphrasing. Number two, what to do when paraphrasing. Number three, key steps to paraphrasing. Number four, smart tips for paraphrasing. Number five, solved examples of paraphrasing. I'll show you two examples. One, the sentence paraphrase, and two, the passage paraphrase. Number six is exam questions and activities. So let's start paraphrasing. We'll be starting with the concept, and concept says paraphrasing is a rewriting a text in different words by keeping the same meaning. So here we have got two important points. Number one, that you have to take the idea but express it in different words. Your words should be different from the words of the original passage or the writer. Your words should not be same as the writer or as given in the original text, but remember that you have to focus on the given ideas. Next is the definition of paraphrasing, and our question would be, what is paraphrasing? Paraphrasing is reproducing the writer's ideas in your own words without changing the original meaning. So we have to focus on 2 points, that there is a given text which has the writer's ideas. A writer has already expressed or written his ideas in the text, and now you as the paraphraser or anyone who is asked to paraphrase that passage has to focus on the ideas shared by the writer. You have to change the words, but you do not have to change the original meanings. That means that the meanings, the idea conveyed should not be changed. Only new words, only own words, only the words of the rewriter or reproducer or paraphraser should be there. It is usually about the same length as the original text or the original passage. Yes, sometimes it is about the same length because you are only changing the words. It is important that the sentence structure and the vocabulary are not too similar to the original. Yes, very important that you can very easily change the sentence structure. This is easy to change the sentence structure. And number two is vocabulary. Yes, this is very important in order to avoid copying. In order to show that you do not have any words, it is very important that you avoid similar words and you use different words. So once you use different words as a paraphraser, you are absolutely different from the writer and you become the rephraser or the rewriter or the reproducer of the text. So keep in mind these 2 points, that you have to borrow the ideas and then you have to use your own words or the different words from the original text. I hope you have got the points, and they are very easy to remember and they're very easy to apply while you will be paraphrasing. Next, paraphrasing is about. So we have got 3 quick steps to apply when we are paraphrasing, or when anyone is required to do the paraphrasing, he or she should apply these 3 steps UIR, which stands for understanding, internalizing and restating. So number one is understanding and reproducing a text. Once we go through the activity of paraphrasing, basically it deals with understanding and reproducing, and we all know that unless we understand, we cannot reproduce any ideas. So first step is understand, and then it is possible to reproduce or rewrite or write again the same text. If there is no understanding, simply there would be no reproducing of the text. Number two, internalizing. This means keep the same meanings of the text. Again, as we have seen in the definition of paraphrasing, keep the ideas same. You don't have to create new ideas. You have to focus on the same ideas but with the different words. So meanings should not or must not be changed while doing paraphrasing. So meanings should never be changed, only the words can be changed, a different vocabulary can be used. Number 3, restating the important points in your own words. Again, paraphrasing is reproducing the main ideas or the important ideas or the key ideas by using the own word of the rephraser or the reproducer or the rewriter. So understanding, internalizing and restating make the concept very clear that we have to focus on understanding, then keeping the same meanings, and finally using the own words as paraphrasing. Our next point is what to do when paraphrasing. Number 1 is borrow ideas, not words from the given text. Very easy, very important that you can borrow the ideas, go with the ideas of the writer as already given in the original text. Do not borrow the words. That means you should use your own vocabulary, your own words, your own expressions, your own phrases, your own idioms, whatever you have vocabulary, by keeping the same ideas of the original text. Number 2, the paraphraser rewrites the passage in own words but preserve the original meaning of the passage. Again, the same point which says please keep the same original meaning. Do not change the original meaning in paraphrasing. When you are paraphrasing, you're not supposed to change the ideas. You're only required to change the words or the vocabulary. Keep the same meanings, keep the same ideas, but express them in different words. Our next point is 2 key steps to paraphrasing. Very simple because it's a very easy process of paraphrasing. Number 1 is change the word. So as a paraphraser, you have to focus on changing the words using different vocabulary. And number 2, change the structure of the passage without changing the meaning. Now you can use your own sentence structure, you can use your own style of writing. You do not have to follow the same style of the writer. Just follow one thing, those are ideas and meanings. Do not follow the word or the sentence structure. I hope this makes the point clear. Next point is avoid plagiarism. Plagiarism in very short concept are called the literary theft. So it is plagiarism is copying directly from someone else's work without acknowledging or citing the original author or the source. So simply it means that you use some sources but you do not mention them, you do not talk about them, you do not tell whose ideas they are. They are not your original ideas, they are not your ideas, they are not your property. Basically they belong to someone else. There are someone else's works or ideas or text or quotations, but you use them without telling the original source or the author. So this is called plagiarism or the literary theft. As a reproducer, as a rephraser, you are supposed to tell the original author and the original source. For example, John Keats' poem, you cannot call it is my poem. William Wordsworth's poem is not your poem. John Donne's poem is not your poem. Jane Austen's novel is not your novel. So I hope you would understand this point very easily. Next, I would like to share some smart tips with you. There are certain tips which you can follow while you are given the activity to do the paraphrasing. Number 1, break long sentences into short sentences or short ones. Yes, this is very important that once the writer has written long sentences for your convenience, for your ease, for your comfort, you can very easily break long sentences into short sentences and you can easily change those words. Number 2, combine short sentences for variety. Yes, if there are very, very short sentences, you can again combine them and you can make 2 sentences into 1 sentence. It is absolutely opposite to number 1, and number 1 is opposite to number 2. If the sentences are long, make them short. If the sentences are short, you can make them long. Number 3, move the position of phrases for clearer sentences. So sometimes you have to change the place of the phrases, and then that makes the sentence look different and meanings are the same, but the stress is there and you can express the same idea in your words by changing the place of the phrases in the sentence. Number 4, make sure paraphrase keeps the complete meaning of the original text. Make sure that there is no change in the original meanings of the text. They are the same, but your word and your vocabulary is different. Number 5 and the final tip is cite, not create original ideas, follow the given text. Yes, finally, you have to focus that you only have the responsibility, you have only to focus on changing the words, not the ideas. I hope these 5 smart tips are very useful for you if you are supposed to do the paraphrase of some text. Next, we move forward towards the solved paraphrasing. First, I would love to do the sentence paraphrasing, and then I'll be moving to the passage paraphrasing. The original text is: International Center is hosting English conversation classes. They help non-native speakers of English practice their English speaking skills. Over there are 2 sentences. Now let's go with paraphrase. English non-speakers can improve their English by taking classes at International Center. So you see that the ideas expressed in the above sentence have not been changed. Both the things which are there, that is International Center hosting the activity of English conversation classes, and then what can be the benefit of it practice for the non-native speakers of English. So the same ideas have been expressed, but you see that the sentence structure is absolutely different and the words used are absolutely different from the original passage. Let's now move to the paraphrase solved example with passage paraphrasing. The original text says, and that is all they do remark, that is all they have witnessed. They will not and could not give intelligible and interesting particulars of the affair unless it were as to the breed of the dog or the number of the bus service. They have watched a dog run over. They analyze neither their sensation nor the phenomenon. They have observed, that is to say, that they have really seen nothing. So that was the original text. Let's do the paraphrase. They say that they have seen only. They will not and cannot give reasonable and charming details of the matter. They neither explain their emotion nor the incident. They have seen, but indeed they have seen nothing. So you can see that in this passage paraphrasing, we have completely changed the sentence structure as well as the words. We have not used the similar words absolutely, totally or fully or completely. We have changed some words, but there were some words which were very important which could not be replaced, so we could not change them. This example makes the concept clear, I hope. Now let's move to the final 2 steps of exam question. Question number 1 is define paraphrasing. You can be asked to tell in a short question what is paraphrasing, or define paraphrasing, or give the definition of paraphrasing. Number 2, write the key points of paraphrasing. These can be the key points or the tips. You can mix them up as a question. And question number 3 is paraphrase the given passage. You can be given a text to paraphrase. Paraphrasing activities include activity number 1, paraphrase a passage. So a prose text can be given to you to do the paraphrasing, and activity number 2 says paraphrase a poem. Sometimes you can be given a poetry text or a poem to paraphrase. Reading resources as usual: Smart Communication Skills and Language Skills by Professor Amir Hafiz Malik, page number 209 to 212. I hope you would easily understand the concept and you know what is paraphrasing and how to do the paraphrasing. Paraphrasing simply means 2 things. Number 1, keep the original meanings, keep the same ideas, but use different words. I hope you would have enjoyed and understood this lecture. Thank you so very much. So आज हमने बात की paraphrasing की, हमने इसे define किया, इसकी definition और concept देखा, क्या करते हैं paraphrasing करते हुए, इसके key steps क्या हो सकते हैं, इसके tips क्या हो सकते हैं, और फिर हमने इसकी हलशुदा मिसालें भी देखी, और इसके साथ साथ हमने एग्जामिनेशन क्वेश्चन और इसकी एक्टिविटीज़ भी देखी. तो मुख्तसरन मैं उर्दू में अर्ज़ कर दूं, पैराफ्रेजिंग बेसिकली सिंप्लीफिकेशन ऑफ टेक्स्ट होती है. आपने टेक्स्ट को सादा करना होता है, आसान फहम करना होता है, और इसमें री राइटिंग होती है, और री राइटिंग में बिल्कुल आसान 2 स्टेप्स आपने लेने होते हैं. नंबर 1, आपने बिल्कुल वही आइडियाज़ और वही मीनिंग्स बयान करने होते हैं जो ओरिजिनल राइटर, जो असल मुसन्निफ़ अपनी टेक्स्ट में बयान करता है. और नंबर 2, सिर्फ आपने अल्फाज वही सिमिलर सेम बिल्कुल वही अल्फाज नहीं इस्तेमाल करने होते, बल्कि अपने अल्फाज यानी मुख्तलिफ अल्फाज में انہی آئیڈیاز کو بیان کرنا ہوتا ہے۔ اس کا طریقہ یہ ہوتا ہے کہ آپ اس کا سینٹنس سٹرکچر بدل دیں، آپ ووکیبلری کو مختلف کر دیں، تو بڑی آسانی سے آپ جو ہے وہ پیرافریزنگ کر سکتے ہیں۔ کی سٹیپس میں ہم نے دیکھا تھا کہ سب سے پہلے انڈرسٹینڈنگ یعنی سمجھنا ہوتا ہے، پھر اصل میننگز وہی رکھنے ہوتے ہیں، اور آخر میں اپنے الفاظ استعمال کر کے انہی خیالات کو بیان کر دینا ہوتا ہے۔ جب پیرافریزنگ کر رہے ہوں تو پھر صرف آئیڈیاز لیے جاتے ہیں، الفاظ نہیں لیے جاتے، اور پیرافریزنگ کرتے ہوئے اوریجنل میننگز کو اپنے الفاظ میں بیان کرنا ہوتا ہے، یہی پیرافریزنگ ہوتی ہے۔ دو اس کے کی سٹیپس بنتے تھے۔ نمبر 1 ہم نے دیکھا کہ الفاظ بدلنے ہیں، اور نمبر 2 ہم نے دیکھا تھا کہ سٹرکچر بدلنا ہے، لیکن اس سٹرکچر کی تبدیلی میں کسی صورت بھی اصل میننگز یا خیالات نہیں بدلنے چاہیے۔ پھر ہم نے یہ بھی دیکھا پلیجرزم، جسے ہم ادبی چوری کہتے ہیں، یعنی کسی اور کے کام کو اپنے نام سے ظاہر کرنا ادبی چوری ہوتی ہے۔ پلیجرزم نہیں ہونا چاہیے پیرافریزنگ کے اندر، پلیجرزم نہیں ہونا چاہیے، اور اس میں آپ کو ہر صورت میں اصل مصنف کا اور اصل ذرائع کا حوالہ دینا ہوتا ہے۔ جب ہم نے سینٹنس کو حل کیا تو آپ نے دیکھا کہ ہم نے خیالات کو مس نہیں کیا، ہم نے میننگز کو مس نہیں کیا، بلکہ ہم نے انہی خیالات کو اپنے الفاظ میں بیان کیا، سینٹنس کا سٹرکچر بھی بدل دیا اور میننگز بھی وہی رکھے، الفاظ بھی بدل دیے۔ جب ہم نے اسی طرح سے پیسج کی پیرافریزنگ کی تو ہم نے دیکھا کہ انہی باتوں کو جو اصل ٹیکسٹ میں اوریجنل پیراگراف میں تھیں، اسے ہم نے اپنے الفاظ میں بتا دیا، اور پہلے کی اوریجنل ٹیکسٹ میں اور پیرافریز کی ٹیکسٹ میں آپ کو الفاظ اور سینٹنس سٹرکچر کا واضح فرق نظر آیا ہوگا۔ میں امید کرتا ہوں آج کا یہ لیکچر آپ کے لیے بہت ہی انفارمیٹیو اور مفید ہوگا، آپ اس سے ضرور فائدہ اٹھائیے گا۔ تھینک یو فار واچنگ۔